This ornament is heavily infested with blackbeard algae, the large centerpiece, so I want to remove it, and after the tank's had a chance to settle down, very carefully replace it with another large piece of driftwood as a centerpiece, which hopefully I can prop up to hide the hang on the back filter as well as this one does. So let's give it a shot. First, I need to get the other pieces of driftwood away from the big one. I'll very carefully move them out of the way, give the shrimp a chance to avoid the commotion. A moment of truth. I moved the smaller decorations to the center and gave the tank a couple of days to calm down. I just wanted to show what it looks like without the big centerpiece. The hang on the back intake is visible, and with all that bare black backdrop, it doesn't look very interesting. But you can see that there are quite a few shrimp in the tank, since they don't have as many hiding places. I'm feeding them some French style green beans with no salt added here. They're enjoying that. Also have a leftover piece of blanched broccoli they're munching on. But while I'm rescaping the tank, what I want to do is take one of the Anubias out of my bedroom tank and detach it from the driftwood and soak it in alum solution for a couple of days to get rid of all the pest limpets and eggs before attaching it probably to one of these pieces of driftwood to go in this tank. Just as an experiment, I don't want to destroy the 3 Anubias that I have in that tank if alum doesn't work for them, but since it works for dwarf Sagittaria and water wisteria, I think Anubias should be fine to go through that. I want to prevent spreading limpets to this tank. I've pretty much got them under control, although there do remain one species of pest snail in this tank I'm still trying to, well, at least keep under control. Here's the Anubias from the bedroom tank. A couple of days in alum solution. Don't appear to have done it any harm. And I got this piece of driftwood from the shrimp tank. Probably the only piece of driftwood in there, small piece anyway, without an Anubias already attached. I used super glue gel to attach the Anubias nana to the other pieces, but I don't like the way that turns white, and it's difficult to hide on the decorations. So I'm just going to use black string, which will eventually deteriorate and fall away. I'll find a place on the driftwood where the Anubias fits quite well and won't be damaged. Probably about there if it's leaning up against the large centerpiece of driftwood in the tank. I believe that should hold. Now I'm not going to show placing the driftwood in the shrimp tank because I'm going to need to see the tank from all directions and have to move very slowly to avoid crushing any shrimp. So I will show you the tank once I get it arranged and it calms back down. Here's the 10-gallon shrimp tank after the rescape. You can see that the large piece of driftwood in the center has no algae on it. There may be some blackbeard algae. In fact, I do see some on some of the smaller driftwood ornaments. But I heard Father Fish say on one of his videos today, as far as blackbeard algae goes, just count it as a blessing. It comes and goes, so don't sweat it. The types of algae that are really a bother, one type anyway, is green hair algae. Well, I don't see any of that at the moment. But the rescape was somewhat of a success. It did ruin the platform I created on the front right for the shrimp to feed on fluorite black. Also, this tank has lots of fertilizer in the substrate but no cap. So algae is going to continue to be an issue until I do something about that. Once again, it's an ongoing project, but I believe for this video I'm going to stick a fork in it because it's done.